Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Your Mark on the World show. I'm your host, Devin Thorpe, and our guest today is Joe Latona, the managing partner at Gate Global Impact. Joe, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Devin.
Well, your mission there at Gate is to completely disrupt the impact investing sector by making it more accessible to more people. Tell us about what you're doing to make that happen.
Absolutely. I think the really important thing to discuss is what Gate Global Impact is as an organization. And that started about 5 years ago, before really there was knowledge as to what impact investing was. There was socially responsible investing. People started really talking about carbon offsets and your carbon footprint. But I think that the actual term impact investing is really recent, within the last couple of years. And that started as a personal passion of my partner, Vince Molinari, and myself. And we really saw the changes in the world and changes in private securities as a whole, and took our backgrounds. My background, I was a securities trader for well over 10 years. And while I was doing that, I saw the shift, especially throughout the financial crisis that occurred. And I saw the opportunity to really change my mindset as a typical, let's call it Wall Street guy, to being able to use my knowledge set and my experience to put that in that specific asset class of now impact investing. And for everyone, our definition of impact investing, which is in addition to that possibility of financial rate of return, more importantly, there's a societal or environmental rate of return. And what we've done as Gate Global Impact is we've taken a technology infrastructure and marketplace where both investors can come onto our network, find out what impact investments look like. What does an impact company look like? We've built a really robust database, so you can just come on there, search, pull up an organization, pull up a fund, and see what it really means to be in that impact arena. And then for issuers or companies or organizations that are looking to source capital from those like-minded investors, we provide that regulatory compliant infrastructure for that to occur.
And you're not actually placing deals today. Tell us a little bit about the timeline for making that happen.
Absolutely. So what we've done over the last few years is we've done a lot of offline type of transactions and connect people, and really build out. With any technology infrastructure, you need to have two things. You need to have, especially when it comes to securities business, you have to have access to deal flow, and then you have to have the investors there. So we thought the most important thing was the first, having access to deal flow. And we've addressed that by spending a good portion of time finding who the best people, institutions, and collaborate with them and partner with them. We're very excited that we are the execution arm for the United Nations Global Compact. We're partners with the OPIC. We're a global originator for the U.S. State Department. We're partners with Microsoft for Africa. So those three entities right there provide great connectivity for within the space. And then we also spent a time to really educate and bring awareness and talk about impact as a whole before we fully turn the switch, let's say, and turn this on for the masses. So we wanted to have a good proportion of both of those. I'm very happy to say that we are now at the point where we're getting ready to fully roll this out to all the hundreds of people that are already onboarded to our network and the issuers that are already onboarded. And we expect to be fully operational beginning of this year, next year.
So your Gate Global Impact is a subsidiary of Constellation FinTech, and the other business line there is a family office platform. Will you be able to populate the investors from the family offices on Gate Global Impact? In other words, will that be a source of capital to the potential issuers who are interested in raising on Gate Global Impact?
Absolutely. So ShareNet is another subsidiary company owned by our parent company, which ShareNet is a member-only, invitation-only family office network for ultra high net worth individuals to be able to communicate, collaborate, and co-invest in their own originated deal flow. Now, interestingly, Gate Global Impact has a unique relationship as a sister company where all the impact opportunities that are on Gate Global Impact also will always have exposure on ShareNet as an asset class.
But they will also have investors who aren't necessarily part of ShareNet as well. Is that right?
Correct.
So that'll give you kind of a range of investors from the ultra high net worth to the accredited investors. Do you anticipate also having ordinary non-accredited investors on the platform to do perhaps participate in Reg A offerings or crowdfunded offerings under Title III of the Jobs Act?
We do. It's not going to be a focus of our initial rollout. Importantly, we operate our businesses as a regulated entity. We do own a broker-dealer as part of this, and all the security transactions happen through the broker-dealer. Our main focus really initially is around the accredited investor and up space. I think that the Jobs Act legislation was a great jumpstart. I'm really looking forward to the implementation of the pure Title III and see how that is. But I think we have a unique opportunity as that, really big differentiator for Gate is we're not a technology company. We're not a financial service company. We're a hybrid in that. But the important thing to stress is our backgrounds are around the securities business. Vince, myself, our management team, everyone within the organization understands what it means to actually selling securities, listing securities for sale, interacting with investors, interacting with issuers. So that process, that systematic institutional approach that we've taken and implemented into the technology and in the business model is purely differentiating from the typical crowdfunding portals. And I think understanding that is why we have the relationships and partners that we have.
Now, you are setting up an office in Manhattan. Tell us a little bit about where that office is going to be and what you'll be doing out of that office.
We currently have one office in Manhattan. We are moving into our brand new space, which is pretty exciting in the next couple of weeks. And then additionally, we have locations in Boston, Massachusetts at our parent company's headquarters, as well as we also have an office in Miami and London and Italy through our
Wow, you get quite a footprint already. This is exciting to think about the potential of bringing the deals all through your channel. Now, how do you anticipate sourcing deals and product to put forward to your investor network?
The first level of that is through our strategic partners. Great influx of introductions and relationships, and I'll share the link with you. On the United Nations Global Compact site, they have a great banner and page about our relationship and our partnership and how UNGC companies can submit themselves to go through our process to join Gate Global Impact. Additionally, I think it's very important to stress that we've built this out. It's not just a domestic entity. This is an international global organization that we've built. Our technology reflects that, as it is in multiple languages. We have all the currencies in the world converted. So when you're looking at it, you don't have to worry about figuring out what currency that is. You can always set your defaults. We've done that, and really the growth of what Impact is about is it's really amazing. And I've been very humbled over the last few years to be able to travel and outside of the U.S. and go to some of the emerging marketplaces and specifically countries where are really in the need of what we do.
It really is exciting to learn more about what you're doing. I wonder, Joe, if we can just take a minute and get a little bit of insight from you personally. Everyone who watches the show is at some level or another trying to do more good in the world, and so they are always wanting to take lessons from those who are having an impact. And I wonder if you would just share with us some insights. So first, I'd like to say, who do you look up to as a role model? Who inspires you to get up every morning and work hard?
Wow. I actually have two answers to that question. I think, and it really goes back to the root of how Gate Global Impact as a company started and created when Vince and I got together, and we went down this wonderful journey over the last 5 years. And coincidentally, this happened right as my son was born. And I was really interested in socially responsible investing. And my background prior to founding Gate Global Impact, I was a securities trader. I spent a long time, at a very good career. I was very successful. And I started to see that I wanted to be able to give back. And this was right when my son was born. And I remember holding him for the first time and saying, I have the ability in my own way to effectuate change, make the world a better place by giving back to people. And that really ties into, just pure, pure inspiration, and people I admire. Humanity as a whole, but I think the real thing that really inspires me, that I look at, is those people that are willing to stand up and take a stance and look forward to address the things that need to be changed to make the world a better place.
Now, Joe, you could be doing anything. You have deep Wall Street roots and experience. You don't need to pursue impact. You don't need to make the world a better place in order to make a living. Why have you chosen this?
I've really chosen it specifically for the fact that I look to my son, and I look to my family and my friends and their children, and I know that we are very fortunate to live in the United States and all the wonderful things that are afforded to us for being citizens in this country. And as I've done some traveling prior to forming Gate Global Impact, and while I've been here, I've really seen how good we have it. Some of the beautiful countrysides that I've seen, and unfortunately, I mean, impoverished people that don't understand what technology is, haven't seen technology, don't understand connectivity. Something as simple as clean water or access to stable utilities is dreams for a good portion of the world. And I know through Gate Global Impact, we can help bring those causes to the forefront. And in a lot of cases, we can help finance and connect investors and connect those companies and institutions and governmental agencies, non-governmental agencies that are looking to make the world a better place.
Well, it is exciting to see you partnering with these organizations that do make such a big difference in the world at scale, and not simply, we all get excited about the people who are doing good at any scale, including the small, but I have a special fondness for those that are making a difference at large scale, because the world's problems have large scale. So I get excited about that. I'm glad you do too. Now, finally, Joe, I wonder if you would share with us a tip from your experience, something maybe you do every day or consistently that enables you to have more impact, because everyone else wants to have more impact too. What do you do?
I think that just every day, I try to wake up with a very positive attitude and appreciate the history of where you are and how you got here. The last 5 years, leaving a very large institution to start my own firm, become an entrepreneur, it's not that easy. There's a lot of ups and downs that go through, but you have to have the perseverance, and you have to believe in yourself, and trust your partners and trust the people that are around you, that you are doing this for a greater good. And the lessons I've learned over the last 5 years are that you have to keep driving through it, and you wake up every day and you put down what you need to accomplish that day, and do your best to meet those goals. And as long as you do that, you will be successful.
Well, that's fantastic. I appreciate that great advice. Now, Joe, we're excited about what you're doing. We want to give you a chance before you go to tell people how they can learn more. Where do they go on the internet? How do they connect with you to partner, to to talk to you about getting a deal on the platform when it launches, what do people do next?
It's pretty simple. You can go to Gate Global Impact or gateimpact.com, and right on our site on the top corner, whether you're an issuer, whether you're an investor, or whether you're just looking for some information, there's a simple little contact field that you could fill out, select which one of those categories you'd fall into, and then one of our team would contact you and enroll you onto our network.
Fantastic. Well, Joe, thank you very much for taking the time to be with us today. We wish you every success in the launch of your business.
Thank you, Devin. I really appreciate it. Have a great day.
We appreciate your sponsorship, Joe. Thank you.
Thank you.
All righty. Let's do some good.